actually bought 3 packs of paper. They were 87 cents at Target, I think it was. Something along those lines. And I got college ruled because that is what I prefer. I got 3 packs, but I already put 1 full pack in my notebooks. So yeah, I suggest that putting plenty of paper in your, why did I say notebooks? Putting plenty of paper in your folders, so that way when you get to school you don't have to like put all your paper in there at school, and it's just easier that way. And then I'm going to keep one of these in my locker because I always run out of paper and I always forget to get some at home, and then I'm always borrowing paper from other people or ripping it out of my notebooks, which I hate doing. And then this one I'll just leave at home for extra. I got a 16 gigabyte flash drive, and this was $10 at Target for 16 gigabytes, which is awesome. And then I got purple because I like purple. Purple is pretty awesome. So I suggest getting flash drives because if you are typing up something for an English class at school and then it's your last day in the computer lab and you can't type it anymore but you still have a little bit to do over the weekend, you can just plug in your handy dandy little flash drive, put the file onto flash drive and then put it on your computer, and you can finish it at home, then print it out there, or you can take it back to school and print it. Flash drive, 16 gigabytes is quite a lot, I'm pretty sure. The brand is Lexar. It's special edition. It's one of the twisty turn things. Twist turn. It's called a jump drive, but I like to call it a flash drive. I also got a lunchbox. We were at Target walking down the clearance aisle and I saw a cow lunchbox and I was like, oh, it's so cute. And there was only one of them and it was $10. My mom was like, well, if this is the only one, I'd hate to not get it and then it'd be all gone before we can get it. And so I just went over to the kids section in the school supplies and I looked and they had lots of cow lunch boxes for $10, and then my little sister was like, no, I want a cow. And then so I got this one instead. This was $12, which isn't that much more expensive, and it's like built to hold the heat and cool this in, and it's so cute. It's like a little owl. It comes with coupons. My mom will be happy about that. Yeah, the material inside it is built to keep the cold and or heat inside, and it's easy to clean. You see, you just take out the little thermal thing and you can clean it easily, and it's just easy that way. It snaps on through the little clip things, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, now I'm going to talk about lockers. I don't think I'm going to do a whole locker organization video. I'm just going to kind of squeeze it into this one. When you organize your locker, I never get the locker shelves just because I don't think our lockers are like wide enough to fit the locker shelves in it, and I've never really found much use in it. I this year am planning on keeping, like I said, paper on the bottom of the locker, and then also I'm going to keep a sweatshirt, which I would suggest doing because some classrooms are extremely cold and some of them aren't, and then so once you get in the hang of which classrooms are cold and stuff, you can just grab your sweatshirt on the way to that class along with your books and stuff. On top of those, I'm just going to keep my folders, notebooks, and then textbooks for that classroom in order of class. And so like from left to right I will have my schedule, so physical science, English. And so on the inside of the locker, if you don't memorize your schedules quickly like I do, I would suggest putting a copy of your schedule, and then so after you come back to your locker from a class, you'll be like, which class do I have left? Oh yeah, that one. And then so after a month or maybe even a few weeks, you can just take it down and replace it with something else. Normally, like last year, I typed up quotes and hung them up and taped them up in my locker, like lyrics to songs and Bible verses and quotes that I just really like. But this year I wrote it out, and the first quote that I wrote, I was on my little index cards that I showed you earlier. It says, all your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them, and it is by Walt Disney. That's in red. And then in orange it says, if people are trying to take you down, it only means that you are above them. And then in yellow, I did the Roy G. Biv thing to remember the colors, but in yellow it says, friendship isn't about whom you have known the longest. It's about who came and never left your side. In green it says, if you're lucky enough to have something that makes you different from somebody else, don't ever change. And that's by Taylor Swift. In blue it says, it is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all. And that is by J.K. Rowling. And in purple/indigo, It says, everybody wants happiness, but nobody wants pain. But you can't have a little rainbow, you can't have a rainbow without a little rain, and that's by Dolly Parton. And then the last one I have is in rainbow, and it says, I like nonsense. It wakes up the brain cells. Fantasy is a necessary ingredient in living. It's a way of looking at life through the wrong end of a telescope, and it's by Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss is awesome. It was hard not to put all Dr. Seuss quotes up there, but I tried to make it vary. And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to hang up the quotes by color, just whether down my locker, across, diagonal. I'm just going to put them up in my locker, and so whenever I go to my locker, just look at those quotes and just get a flash of happiness and inspiration. I normally put up a few pictures in my locker, and last year I put up a picture of my family on a ride similar to something that they have at Disney World. It's the one where you like go up a large hill in a boat and then you go down a hill into the water, and at a local amusement park kind of thing, and because the faces of my family are just hilarious, and I've had that for the past 2 years, and then this year we went to the same place again, and we forced my dad to ride it because he's like terrified of that ride and that ride only, and then so we rode that, and my mom bought it again. I'm going to put that in my locker, and I think those are the only things that I will be putting on the walls of my locker. With my post-it notes, I was going to get a cork board, but I couldn't find any. So if you can find a cork board with like magnets on the back of it, you can hang it to your locker. I was going to do that and like pin like the quotes and stuff on it and pictures, and then if I had a test or like a big project due, or like I said, a club after school one day, and I was just going to pin sticky notes to it like that. But I guess I can just stick it to my locker door, and so I'm going to do that. So that's what I would suggest for lockers. I will probably film a what's in my backpack video, so just so you can see how I organize it and stuff. Once my school starts on August 16th, so once it starts to get a little bit closer to that, probably August 10th or something, I'll put that video because I will then have everything in my backpack. That's everything that I got for actual school supplies. I will post a clothing haul soon because I'm going shopping with my friend Haley and my mom on Wednesday, which is in 2 days from now. And so I will post a clothing haul. I've already gotten some clothes, but I want to do everything all at once. And so that is all my supplies. I tried to throw in there as much tips of organization stuff that I could. Oh yeah, another thing that I would suggest is, like, if you put all of your graded papers and stuff in a folder for each class like I do, like not one folder, but a folder for each of my classes where I put my graded papers and stuff, and my paper for that class, I would suggest emptying it out every semester and not like every week or something, because if you have something in there that your teacher may want back, I mean, it sounds crazy, but it happens, like, just if your teacher needs you to pull out something to look back at from your last test or something, or you need stuff to study with, then you always have that. And so if you empty it out at the end of the semester, then you don't need to worry about having to pull it back out, most likely. Keep a few things in there, like if your English teacher hands out a thing of a list of vocab words or something, I would keep certain things in there like that, but graded papers and stuff you would take out every semester. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you have any organization tips and stuff for me or other people who are reading in the comments, you can comment that. Comment with any video suggestions that you have for me back to school or anything else. Be on the lookout for my next back to school videos, which will be coming very soon. And so yeah, so subscribe, like, comment, rate, share, and thanks for watching. Good luck on your back to school shopping and going back to school in general.